Hey all listeners, this is part 2 of the night scene. So that, and yet we have recorded so much, I don't know if we're gonna run out of space. So that, but this is just a record until we get, this could end up being really short, like only 5 minutes or whatever, right? Like if we just get the drops early, so that. But I would want to make sure that I get both of the drops at least from this guy, and stuff that. Now there are of course from the Valhalla Knight, it doesn't matter if you get the S-Lock or the Claymore and stuff that, but if we're going for one drop, then the drops from the whole Knight I think is better. But I forgot what the 2 drops are. I think one of the drops are armored, which is why it would be very, very useful. Because keep in mind that we're only allowing us to use this gear here because we're farming and stuff that, because otherwise, it's back to using the short sword and the axe lord shield. You might say, oh, but the short sword shouldn't be allowed because it's not from a like knight enemy, and that is true, but it's just like the short sword is used for the first sword that you get. Because I don't want to allow pounding, because punching is better than certain weapons, so yeah. And I'm also keeping an eye here to just check, so that we make sure that, because basically if we would have like a second broadsword, for example, then I know, oh, that's one of these drops and stuff like that, yeah. The bird gets mad. Yeah, I don't know what the drop rate are on certain items, right? Because sometimes you can get really unlucky and it can take like an insane amount of time, but the good thing is here is that the XP is really great in this area and stuff that, so yeah. And the reason for this is also because we kind of need the gear now at some point, because we're not going to be allowed to use like, fail the grind against certain enemies and then we're allowed to use these every time we need to do a grind, because eventually we need to have good enough gear. We need to have gear, because because now the only pieces we have is a weapon and a shield, and we do have a sword and a shield, that's all that we have. So if we get an actual proper armor that can actually drop from a guy, then that will be really, really, really big. But I don't know if there's any of the quote-unquote knight enemies that actually drops an accessory or not. If they're ones that technically like drops like a gauntlet or whatever, but yeah. And I know that a drop is not supposed to be that rare from this. This is of course the best place to grind it, because this is the only place where there's a bunch of them. Or 2 of them at least. And so it's a bit of a weakness that he has to be sad for his old and stuff that, but that makes sense, So maybe that knight is not actually evil, because he's kind of like he disappears, because he knows that he cares about the old and stuff that, so his soul gets saved actually. Because you can see that the purple guy clearly goes up in flames, meaning he probably goes to hell, something like that, Again, I have no idea what the drop rate is. So 292, huh, that's weird. Safety really that bad from them. 285, okay, so it's not that bad. What is it from this guy? Yeah, this guy is just 1 XP. And the other guys are not so that great, their XP is not that great, but still. And it's curious, of course, what our level is gonna be and stuff that, because eventually we're gonna try avoiding enemies and stuff that at some point. But of course it depends on the grind also. But of course certain enemies are limited to like how many levels you can get from them and stuff that. You know, so yeah. But I'm curious, right? Because like how much equipment will you be able to have, like, because I don't think there's a thing in Night that actually drops a helmet or whatever, right? So, you know, it is weird that we haven't seen a single drop yet, though. I would be happy enough if we get the Claymore to drop. I would be happy with the Claymore. If we get the Claymore, that would be great. And I don't know how much, you know. I mean, the night challenge is interesting because of this. I feel like, you know, and stuff that the fact that okay, we need to grind for gear, and I know that that might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but it also means that we're very strict with the gear and stuff that, and we don't have to worry about okay, like you might say that during the Ninja challenge you allowed way too much gear that shouldn't have been allowed and stuff that, and sure that might be true. You might say that that was not a true ninja run. You should have only allowed katanas. But then, like, such a long part of the run would have just been punching basically pretty much. And stuff that. Right, because yes, you would still kill the tombstones, but I believe the fists are good against the tombstones, but still, you know. Because that right would mean that the only two weapons that you would have been allowed would have been the katana and also because I never got any of the other katanas, you know. Cutlass! Let's go, boys. Så är det ringlisning. So Cutlass he can drop as well, so I'm pretty certain right that once you get Cutlass from one of the enemies, it will also show up from the other enemy that can drop the Cutlass. Wow. Its DPS is that much lower. I just want to test out the DPS, it's just that it's 31, so I'm guessing they take less damage from it. I don't remember what their second drop is, I think it's gold plate. But I'm not 100% certain, I think it's an armor though. So we did get the Cutlass. I would want a two-handed sword though, because of that, from the other guys, but we're gonna continue on grinding this guy a bit more because hopefully the other thing, the Cutlass, won't take as long now that we've gotten one of the drops. Because usually that's what happens once you get one drop. It speeds up the other drops, hopefully. We still only have 15 lakhs, so it's not that great. So we used to do this, basically, pretty much. So do that, move the extra shield up, move the short sword up, boom. Do that. We're doing this just so we know. We technically not allow the neutron bombs and stuff like that, but we will allow like, you know, we will allow like healing items and stuff like that, you know, so. Now, of course, I will move up, we will move stuff up, you know, I know that this is a bit annoying because this takes some time to do. Right, and I will move up stuff, of course, if we realize that, oh, this enemy can drop this stuff. But yeah. Okay. So you can see there, that's all the stuff we can use. Unless we count the thing I'm using right now, but that's only for the grinding purposes, I'll say it again. Now again, I don't know what the drop rate is, by the way, but yeah, but you know, it might take a really long time, you know, and stuff that, but you know. Now I'm happy enough with the Cutlass. The Cutlass would allow us to continue because the Cutlass, of course, from the short sword to the Cutlass, it's 26 there, it's 31 there, but it's going to be less, of course, once we remove the dragon helmet and stuff like that, yeah. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten an iron ball yet, because the iron ball, the drop is not that low. So yeah. But it's interesting that this is a night one and stuff like that, so yeah. Because you could probably go to get some really quick time, right, if you would allow, but you know, I am allowing as little backdash as possible because that makes no sense that a knight would do, you know, what's that. And the fact that we're only allowing this while we're doing the grind, but eventually, of course, once we have a good enough weapon, we will need to do the grind with the black, probably the Cutlass and stuff like that eventually. Unless we can get a stone sword. Because yeah, certain enemies are going to be an issue if they're like very, very heavily armored and that we don't get, you know. I'm really, really hoping that this guy looks armor. I know, of course, that we can at least get the platinum mail from the block throwers and stuff like that. Because we saw that in the cave. Or the bomb throwers or whatever, right? Bomb throwers also have some stuff that are good. I mean, the majority of enemies only drops like weapons and stuff like that, so like the amount of enemies that can actually drop a shield or like a, you know. How much? Okay, so we're 12 minutes. I mean, I have no idea how long it will take until we get the next drop. So basically, right, I'm only gonna grind until we get another Cutlass, pretty much. Right, or until we get what the second drop is. And right, then if we don't get it within a certain time, I'm just gonna go back to grinding the Valhalla Knights and then hope for the stock or the Claymore. And again, that armor knight thing won't count and stuff that the armor lord basically pretty much. Because again, as I said, it needs to say knight in the description and stuff that. And also the old knights, and it also talks about them in the description and stuff like that. Okay, that's another Cutlass. But yeah, but that was pretty quickly though. After the previous Cutlass medal. Oh. That's a rather drop. I mean, I would definitely allow the medal there and stuff that defense and attack +1. So now we have gotten two Cutlasses, and we have gotten a medal. Cutlass medal and the Axel shield. Which is nice and everything, you know, that's very, very nice. Now the thing is, do we go into the castle keep first and try and get the double jump first? And now when the stuff that that guy can drop won't count, by the way, so yeah. Now, of course, you might say that, oh, just trying for another drop or whatever, right? Just trying for another medal. This would be nice, of course, to do. Claymore immediately. So yes, the Claymore, as you can see, 53 damage. But it's not that much lower than the Balcott sword, which is weird. I would like to be honest not to right, just because, you know... Because otherwise we have the gear right now. You know, we need to equip the gear. So, Claymore, nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. Metal is allowed. Metal is allowed. Right, so we won't have the extra defense from having the explode shield with that, because otherwise we go cutlass and we go explode shield otherwise. And stuff that, yeah. So no, that's otherwise but our gear looks like bases smart, so yeah. See, that's not that bad. I say that's not that bad, but still. Now the thing is, I would like to go to the library and stuff that, because then we can get bats and stuff that, and you know, that could be nice. But we're gonna go through this way. Get a night shield here, but we cannot use that. Now the question is, what stuff here is considered a knight? Is the question. Right, normally we wouldn't continue on the recording, but this has been very, very short, so you know. I won't bother with scatterings, by the way. I mean, they're not called wing skeleton knights. Like, some of the names they changed, of course, in Aria and stuff that, like certain things they added like knight as a prefix to and stuff that, but you know, I won't count that, you know, even though, you know, clearly these are like winged skeleton knights, you know, and stuff that, so yeah. So life max up. Strength potion. There's a silver plate there, but we won't allow that to be used either. Because again, we need knights. And there's not that many knight enemies left. Technically. And not that many knight enemies left. Because we have gotten one of the drops, right? We've gotten the Claymore, as I said, and the Cutlass. We have not gotten the stock to drop, and so that stock might be nice as well. Yeah. And then we have the Bomb Knight, Bomber Knight, Rock Knight, or two of them that we have left. Again, yes, the Ball and Chain Knight can probably drop something, but I forgot what his drops were. Yeah, that damage is not that bad. And there's a save here, of course. Which is nice. So now we're level 21. Yeah, gear is really, really, really scary. Or, I mean, yes, we only have 2 defense. You know, and, you know, in case we cannot get any armor, Because if we need to go into the second castle to get armor, then that's gonna be really, really bad. Because again, there's not that many night enemies and stuff that. And we did not even grab the. We did grab a teleporter, right? Yes, we did grab a teleporter. And this is where another cutlass is. Normally this will you get a cutlass, but as I said, like pickups like this does not count. Only the ones from the actual enemies count. And we've already technically gotten both of the drops from them and stuff that, so yeah. But of course on certain enemies it's kinda cheating because they show you what the first drop is already and stuff that even before you've gotten the drop. Which I do think it's a bit stupid. But yeah, so I don't think there's any more night enemies in the first castle at all. Aside from like the Hollow Knight and stuff that, yeah. So this is where the save is. Or the teleporter. Yeah, it is a bit of a problem that we did not go for the thing. We did not go for the we did not go for the we did not go for the teleporter in the Orlok's place because our health was low at that point, and going that way would have been kind of suicidal and stuff. That's yeah. I mean, we know where another medal is, so we could get at least a little bit more defense and stuff that, but it's still not very good. So we have turquoise and turkey, stuff that, and maybe maybe they would be right because we have said already that the night stuff has to do with the description. Right, so maybe the shop makes sense, right? Because we're on night, we're doing our duty or whatever, right? But will we allow like, because it makes sense, right? We're visiting the town and we're getting supplies, basically. Not yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to go through the library. And stuff that. So yeah, and this will cost the Sword Lord. He can drop the cutlass also. But I forgot what the other thing is that he can drop. We could just go up there basically and meet that Sword Lord, but I don't remember. Like, we can of course see what some of his drops are. But I don't remember if it did work that way, if once you get another drop from something, if it, shows up for everything, but yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you how the shop is gonna work, basically. And it might be that we cannot buy anything in the shop at all, and stuff that. Because you might see that, why not use the Night Shield and stuff that, like you're allowing like the Axe Lord Shield. Yes, the Axe Lord Shield dropped from that one specific enemies and stuff that, so yeah. I mean, we know the Discus Knight, or the Discus Lord, or whatever it's called, down in the catacombs that we're allowed to kill. And that one drops Chakran and something else. I forgot what the other drop is that it has. There is gold there. And I don't know if I will allow ourselves to sell rings, maybe. We will see. It depends on how important the money is for the shop, really, to be honest. Because I feel like if this is a thing where, you cannot afford this, and stuff that, and then it's like, And we could of course go up there, by the way, and get those items over there and stuff that, because that's another Onyx, I think it is. combat or something like that. And we could go and get the holy rod, but one of those enemies are knights over there, so. Keep it open, of course, because we need to get it. Ancient library card, light cavalry sword, iron cudgel, flank sword on the twisted, fire sword of Oberon, ice sword of Meme, lightning sword of Winner, the sword named Harper, the shield, hard iron shield, enveloped hat, tan leather hat, circlet, increases intelligence, iron craze, steel craze, diamond breastplate, dual, called reversible cape, perfect for false camouflage, select color system menu, defense +1 plus attack 1. I mean, technically I would allow that to be bought because we have already gotten ones, we have already gotten the drop so we can show. So we have already shown that we can, you know, do that. The gauntlet we could only get if it would drop from another night, so we can only allow ourselves to get a medal for now. Right, because none of these has been proven yet, because keep in mind that once we have the thing dropped, then we could technically get them from the store, from the shop as well. Because if one of these said something about like, oh, this is for a night or whatever in the description, then it would have been allowed like light cavalry sword for nights. Okay, we can get another medal. Home gear, we have 3 in defense. And with the course with the but it matches the Night Shield in terms of, oh, it's actually just stronger than Night Shield in terms of defense, the Axel Shield. So yeah. I mean, let's just switch to the cutlass for now. So cutlass and Axel Shield allow the course that brings up our defense to 61 and orb to 6. Because yeah, it makes sense that we could buy one of those. You might say, oh, now we need to go to Colosseum to slay the thing. Probably. But we should also probably go and do this so we can clear the boss now. But yeah, the fact that there is a limited amount of night enemies means that we are very reliant on whatever they drop and stuff like that. I'm a bit sad that it was the medal that he dropped, but I think that I remember that from another time at one point. But yeah. So see, that was the scary part, that he did so much damage and stuff that, like the. Come on. Come on, Mudman. Nice. So that goes the Madman at least on the thing. On bestiary. There's a clock here. Takemitsu, Onyx and Frankfurter. What? Huh? See, here's the thing, normally you press X like this, right? But you can press X and you can press R1 afterwards. Wait, why is that a thing? What is R1? R1 would be the bat input, so... Okay, so that's the normal double jump. So why are we getting that by pressing L? Okay, so we're kind of getting the double jump effect with that as well. So why are we getting that effect with pressing the bat button? Okay, so wait, that's touches the roof if we do that. That also touches the roof. That's weird, but yeah. Because of course we cannot go through there because we don't have mist yet. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Yeah, let's just get out of here. But yeah, so that's been great. And stuff that, and I don't know if we're gonna upload all of the parts today and stuff that because you know. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. This was the second part of the night, or the night, the night, quote unquote. You know, challenge run. So that, and the night is of course quite special. So, but anyway, I'll see you all next time. Oops, wrong button. I'll see you all next